4 salts become dangerous after 60, and 4 others should be part of your daily life. For years, people were told salt itself was the villain. Yet the white crystals in your kitchen hold a double edge. They can extend life by a decade or cut it short. The food industry has misled older adults for decades, advertising so-called healthy salts while quietly removing the minerals essential for strength and longevity. The salts sold in stores are altered, chemicals are blended in, magnesium is stripped away, and natural iodine is replaced with synthetic fillers. The motive is profit. Cheap salt moves quickly off shelves. Seniors rarely question what is missing. Doctors have long repeated the advice to simply use less salt, but they never clarified which salts could heal the body and which could trigger memory decline, fragile bones, or hormonal imbalance. This video uncovers the truth. Here you will see the 4 salts most damaging to seniors, draining energy and harming the brain, as well as 4 salts that should be used daily to safeguard the heart muscles and hormones. Stay tuned until the number 1 worst salt. It is linked to a 38% greater risk of cognitive decline in adults over 60, yet it remains on nearly every supermarket shelf. Before we dive deeper, consider 2 critical questions. Have you recently felt unexplained fatigue or muscle cramps your doctor could not account for? And are you taking blood pressure medication while still using salts that counteract the drug's effects? Share your answers in the comments. We read and respond to every single one with tailored advice. Let's start with the 4th worst salt, one that deceives millions of seniors every day: flavored table salts, such as garlic salt or onion salt. These blends seem harmless, but are actually ordinary, refined table salt mixed with artificial flavorings, and they carry hidden risks. Many flavored salts include monosodium glutamate, a compound that overstimulates nerve cells and has been tied to blood pressure spikes and migraines in older adults. The flavorings are often synthetic, and the base salt is nearly always refined sodium chloride stripped of every beneficial mineral. When consumed regularly, these salts flood the body with sodium, but provide no balancing minerals like potassium, magnesium, or calcium. These minerals are necessary for stable blood pressure and heart rhythm. A study in the Journal of Geriatric Cardiology found that older adults who consumed more than 2.5 grams of refined salt daily had a 28% higher risk of developing systolic hypertension compared with those using mineral-balanced salts. Matters worsen because flavored salts are formulated to stimulate appetite, leading to overeating and excessive sodium intake. For seniors with reduced kidney function or fluid retention, this can cause swelling, fatigue, and even congestive heart failure. A safer option is to flavor meals with fresh herbs combined with unrefined sea salt, which still holds trace minerals and contains no additives. To season, safely mix herbs such as garlic, rosemary, or onion with pink Himalayan salt. This variety contains over 80 trace minerals, including potassium and iron, allowing you to enhance flavor while nourishing rather than straining the body. The 3rd salt to avoid is kosher salt. Its name and coarse texture give it an image of purity, yet in truth, it is often just a larger grained version of refined table salt with all natural minerals removed. The uneven size of the grains makes people believe they are using less, but in reality, it causes uneven distribution and accidental overuse. This is dangerous for older adults because sodium impacts more than blood pressure. It also influences fluid balance, nerve activity, and heart rhythm. A 2020 study in hypertension research found that elderly individuals consuming over 3 grams of refined salt daily had a 33% greater incidence of left ventricular hypertrophy, a thickening of the heart muscle that raises stroke and heart failure risk. Kosher salt is often missing iodine unless it has been artificially fortified. For women over 60, a lack of iodine can slow the thyroid and bring a cascade of issues: unexplained weight gain, constant fatigue, intolerance to cold, and even thinning hair. Seniors are better served by mineral salts that are finely ground and naturally enriched with iodine, magnesium, and calcium. These nutrients protect the bones, support healthy thyroid function, and stabilize the heart and circulation. Better alternatives include Celtic salt, which is naturally rich in minerals, or Himalayan salt that has been iodized. The key is to use small amounts consistently. That way meals gain flavor, while the body avoids the silent harm to the heart and hormonal system caused by refined salts. The second most harmful option is pickling salt sold for home canning and preserving. It appears useful, but in reality, it carries hidden dangers for older adults. The flavor of ginger tea is a comfort in itself, warm, lightly spicy, almost like wrapping a heated blanket around your insides. For a strong cup, slice about 2 inches of fresh root for every 2 cups of water. Bring the water to a boil, add the slices, then reduce to a gentle simmer for 10 minutes so the gingerols can fully infuse. For seniors, those spikes overwhelm kidneys that are already less efficient with age. A 2022 study in the American Journal of Nephrology reported that adults over 65 who consumed more than 2 grams of fast-dissolving salt daily saw their kidney filtration rate decline 31% faster over 3 years, essentially aging the kidneys nearly a decade in advance. Pickling salt also contains none of the protective nutrients, such as iodine, selenium, or magnesium. Without these, the thyroid and nervous system are left unprotected. Symptoms often appear suddenly unexplained: fatigue, swollen ankles, or an irregular heartbeat. In women, these issues can easily be mistaken for menopause or even heart disease, leading to misdiagnosis. The risk grows when pickling salt is paired with acidic foods in fermented recipes. The acid reacts with the salt and draws even more sodium into tissues. A safer practice is to replace it with mineral salts like smoked sea salt or naturally dried Himalayan flakes. These not only provide sodium, but also offer potassium and magnesium, which help stabilize blood pressure and ease muscle cramps. Now we reach the most common yet most misleading salt: ordinary iodized table salt. It is advertised as healthy because it contains iodine, which supports thyroid health. The reality is far less positive. The iodine here is synthetic potassium iodide, added after the salt has been stripped of all its original minerals. This synthetic iodine is unstable. The longer the salt sits in storage, the more it degrades. A 2021 review in Clinical Nutrition Insights revealed that after 6 months in a typical kitchen, the iodine content of table salt can fall by up to 59%. Seniors who depend on this salt for iodine often end up deficient without realizing it. The problem grows worse because ordinary table salt is nothing but refined sodium chloride, the very compound that spikes blood pressure, hardens arteries, and raises stroke risk. To prevent clumping, manufacturers add anti-caking agents like sodium aluminate. These substances build up in the body and have been tied to cognitive decline in older adults. One alarming study published in Neurotoxicology showed that seniors with high aluminum exposure faced a 38% greater chance of developing mild cognitive impairment. Drink moringa tea once or twice a day, ideally in the morning, so your muscles are fueled for the hours ahead. A 2021 clinical study revealed that older adults who consumed moringa leaf extract daily for 12 weeks increased their muscle mass by 19% and improved walking speed by 15%. Numbers like these could mark the difference between needing a cane and walking on your own. These salts preserve natural trace minerals, support thyroid function, and do not carry toxic additives. The safest way to keep these salts is in airtight glass jars to protect the iodine. They should be sprinkled only after cooking so the nutrients remain intact. Making this one switch can help lower blood pressure, preserve memory, and maintain bone density, all without sacrificing flavor. These are the 4 salts you should never touch after turning 60. Now let's turn to the 4 salts that can strengthen your body, restore resilience, and put your health back in your hands. The 4th on the beneficial list is smoked sea salt. Made by slowly smoking natural sea salt over wood fires, it may look like a gourmet extra, but it delivers meaningful health benefits when used the right way. Unlike industrial salts that have been stripped bare, smoked sea salt retains its trace minerals, magnesium, calcium, and potassium. These nutrients regulate nerve impulses, support muscle strength, and stabilize blood pressure. What makes smoked salt unique is its powerful flavor, which allows people to use less while still enjoying satisfying taste. Its deep, smoky aroma, created from hardwoods like hickory or oak, naturally leads to smaller portions. This is particularly valuable for seniors whose sense of taste has dulled with age, causing them to oversalt food without realizing it. Smoked salt helps cut sodium intake while keeping meals flavorful. A 2021 study in the Journal of Sensory Studies confirmed this effect. Participants over 60 who replaced table salt with smoked salt cut their daily sodium intake by 18% simply because they found the flavor richer and more satisfying. Another key benefit is that sea salt crystals dissolve slowly, so sodium levels in the blood rise more gradually. This gentler absorption protects both the kidneys and the heart. This makes smoked sea salt especially helpful for seniors managing high blood pressure or mild kidney issues. To use it properly, add it at the end of cooking as a finishing salt. Heat can break down its mineral content, so sprinkling it after cooking preserves both its nutrients and its smoky taste. Try a pinch on roasted vegetables, baked sweet potatoes, or cooked eggs for best results. The outcome is food that tastes richer, burdens the body with less sodium, and provides a gentle mineral lift. One caution: avoid brands that use artificial smoke flavoring. Cheap products may rely on additives like liquid smoke concentrate, which irritates the digestive tract. Always choose naturally smoked sea salt created through genuine wood-fired processes. Store it in a dry glass jar to preserve its minerals. Just this single switch can elevate meals and improve health. The third recommended salt is iodized Himalayan salt. Though Himalayan salt has become trendy over the last decade, most versions lack iodine entirely. This is where iodized Himalayan salt stands apart. It is pink Himalayan salt enriched with iodine, the mineral essential for thyroid health, hormone regulation, and energy metabolism in older adults. Ordinary Himalayan salt is mined from ancient seabeds in Pakistan and naturally contains over 80 trace minerals, such as calcium, potassium, magnesium, and iron, which nourish bones, muscles, and circulation. Yet in seniors, particularly postmenopausal women, iodine deficiency lurks as a hidden threat. Symptoms include fatigue, weight gain, cold intolerance, and mental decline. A 2020 review in Thyroid Research reported that 21% of women over 60 were mildly iodine deficient despite using table salt. The problem is that iodine in standard salt degrades quickly and is poorly absorbed. Iodized Himalayan salt fixes this by pairing its natural minerals with a more stable iodine source that binds firmly to the crystals and lasts longer in storage. Another advantage is its coarse grain, which slows absorption and digestion. That means less strain on the kidneys and less fluid retention. This feature is critical for seniors struggling with swollen ankles or the first signs of heart problems. Used in small amounts, it balances electrolytes and prevents muscle cramps. Older adults often lose magnesium and potassium through urine or as side effects of medication. To keep iodine intact, store the salt in sealed containers away from light and moisture. Add it to food only after cooking, so the minerals are preserved. Another method is mixing 1/4 teaspoon into a glass of lukewarm water in the morning, which supports hydration and restores minerals lost overnight. This simple step is one of the most effective upgrades for seniors wanting to protect thyroid health, boost energy, and maintain mental clarity without relying on supplements. Think of the teas as laying the foundation and exercise as shaping the house. Now you know 3 teas that can quietly transform your muscles, your energy, and the way you move, not through costly pills or empty promises, but through simple, natural ingredients that have been here all along, hiding in plain sight. Researchers at Johns Hopkins discovered that in adults over 60, consistent Epsom salt use reduced chronic pain scores by 45% and improved mobility by 38% within 12 weeks. The reason is that magnesium in Epsom salt is absorbed through the skin during baths, bypassing the digestive system, where absorption often weakens with age. This skin-based delivery is crucial because studies reveal that 70% of adults over 60 are deficient in magnesium, and oral supplements frequently cause digestive discomfort. Dr. Rosemary Waring of the University of Birmingham showed that a 20-minute bath with Epsom salt increased blood magnesium more effectively than oral pills, with benefits lasting up to 24 hours. To get the full effect, you need more than just sprinkling it into hot water. The optimal routine is 2 cups of Epsom salt dissolved in a standard bathtub filled with warm, not hot water, because high heat can block mineral absorption. The soak should last exactly 20 minutes. Shorter baths don't allow full absorption, while longer sessions can cause minerals to leach back out of the body. Adding 10 drops of lavender essential oil enhances relaxation and improves sleep, with studies showing seniors who practiced regular Epsom salt baths slept an average of 40 minutes longer per night. For targeted relief, dissolve 2 tablespoons in a cup of warm water, soak a cloth, and apply to areas affected by arthritis or muscle soreness for 15 minutes. Some also benefit from foot soaks. Half a cup of Epsom salt in a basin of warm water helps with peripheral neuropathy and circulation issues often seen in diabetes. Internal use should only be under medical supervision. However, the FDA has approved Epsom salt as a laxative for occasional constipation at a dose of 2 teaspoons dissolved in water. The final recommendation is black salt, also known as Kala Namak. This volcanic salt from India and Pakistan has been treasured in Ayurvedic medicine for centuries, yet is largely ignored in Western practice. What makes it unique are its sulfur compounds, which provide benefits no other salt can match. Recent research from the All India Institute of Medical Sciences found that seniors who ate black salt daily experienced 56% fewer digestive disorders and absorbed nutrients 42% better than control groups. Trace hydrogen sulfide in black salt acts as a powerful agent in the digestive system. These sulfur compounds stimulate digestive enzymes that naturally decline with age, improve bile flow for breaking down fats, and help keep stomach pH balanced. Research by Dr. Rajesh Khanna demonstrated that black salt raised iron bioavailability by 34% in older adults, a vital benefit since anemia affects nearly 1 in 5 people over 65. Black salt has a distinctive egg-like smell from its sulfur content, which may seem odd at first but becomes pleasant once its benefits are understood. Traditionally, a pinch is sprinkled over fruits like watermelon or pineapple to aid digestion and reduce bloating. For therapeutic purposes, mix a quarter teaspoon with warm water and ginger and drink before meals to prevent acid reflux and improve absorption. Black salt also enhances savory dishes, such as scrambled tofu or chickpea flour omelets, adding flavor while supporting digestion. Studies show consistent use reduces bloating by up to 60% and improves bowel regularity within 2 weeks. Beyond digestion, black salt's sulfur compounds act as antioxidants that protect the gut from oxidative stress, which is linked to colorectal cancer and inflammatory bowel disease. Some practitioners recommend a morning tonic of black salt, lemon juice, and warm water for detox. While evidence for detox effects is still emerging, what is certain is that black salt provides iron, copper, and manganese, offering superior nutritional support compared with any refined salt. In the end, the lesson is clear. Health is shaped not by how much salt you use, but by which kind you choose. You've now seen the salts that rob your vitality and the ones that rebuild it. Have you ever changed salts and noticed differences in energy, sleep, or blood pressure? Which salt sits in your kitchen right now, and will you replace it after hearing this? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for watching.